Welcome back, welcome back. I'm here.
And I'm Reagan, here to keep him honest.
Try your best. Reagan, you ready for this one?
Hit me.
Alex Jones just called for Trump's impeachment.
Wait, seriously? Over the Iran war?
The MAGA prophet himself turning on his own guy.
Wow.
We'll get into whether he's got a point or just an audience.
He might have a point on the process. The messenger's a different story entirely.
And this same war's leading on gas prices, and Jones is out there warning about a draft.
One of those is confirmed, the other's speculation, and we'll sort out which is which.
Then there's Congress. They actually voted. Twice. Numbers that'll surprise you.
Close votes with some defectors nobody's talking about yet.
And later, my mock floor speech. Congress and Article 1 live and unfiltered.
Can't wait for that one.
But first, this hour is brought to you by Lear Capital, America's precious metals leader since 1997.
So, Rush, Alex Jones and impeachment? Where do we even start?
We start with the fact that nobody saw this coming. Before we dig in, a quick reminder. We love hearing from you. If you have questions or topics you'd like us to cover, head to the link in the description and submit your question. We read every single one. Alex Jones wants Trump impeached.
I'm sorry, say that again?
You heard me. Alex Jones, the guy who's defended Trump through every single scandal since 2015. This week, he said the Iran war is absolutely out of control, and he's calling for impeachment, the 25th Amendment, quote, whatever needs to happen.
That's Newsweek reporting that, right?
Newsweek, today. And Jones isn't just venting. He's arguing this is an unauthorized war, that Congress has folded on its war powers authority over and over. Let that sit for a second. The MAGA base's loudest cheerleader just called his own guy a tyrant.
Okay, but let's separate two things here.
Oh, here we go.
No, hear me out. The war powers argument, legitimate. Article 1 says Congress declares war, not the president. That's not a Jones invention. That's the Constitution.
Exactly right. This anti-war rumble inside MAGA didn't start this week. I've been tracking it since February.
Sure, but Jones brought receipts too. The Hill and the Washington Examiner both reported he called Trump's support for the $1.15 trillion fiscal 2027 defense bill impeachable.
And don't forget, Trump already went after him. Back in April, he called Jones, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, and Candace Owens low IQ, per those same outlets.
So this breakup's been simmering a while.
Simmering? It's a full pot boiling over.
Here's my problem, though. One podcaster having a meltdown isn't a coalition collapsing. Alex Jones has a credibility problem. Sandy Hook, the lawsuits, the retractions. That's a rough messenger for a strong constitutional point.
Fair. The arguments sound, even if the guy delivering it once told people a school shooting was staged.
Right. So strip the theatrics. Does Congress actually have the votes to check this president, or is it all noise?
That's the fight. But here's what really gets me. Jones didn't just say this is unconstitutional. He said it'll wreck the economy back home.
And that's the part people actually feel in their wallets.
Building on that, the economy angle isn't hypothetical anymore, Reagan. CNBC's reporting oil topped $100 a barrel as this war entered what they're calling a deadly new phase.
$100 a barrel. That's real pain at the pump for every listener driving to work tomorrow.
Somewhere, whoever's setting those pump prices is doing a victory lap.
I'm sure.
Meanwhile, Jones is out there saying an expanded war would, quote, destroy the economy and kill a bunch of our troops.
That part I don't dismiss. Wartime spending plus an energy shock, that's basic economics, not conspiracy theory.
But then he goes further, says there's a national draft being quietly prepped.
Now, that's the part I want to slow down on.
Why? Caroline Leavitt herself said back in March a draft had not been ruled out. That's not nothing.
It's not nothing, but it's also not proof of a plan. Not ruling something out isn't the same as building one.
Semantics, Reagan.
No, evidence. One's a documented price at the pump, the other's speculation dressed up as certainty. What would actually settle it? Selective Service issuing notices, Congress debating a conscription bill. Show me that and I'll say Jones called it.
Fair enough.
You don't need a draft notice to feel this war in your wallet, though.
Agreed. And speaking of feeling it in your wallet, this is actually a good time to mention something.
Go for it.
My friends at Lear Capital are doing something I've never seen before. They're selling a 1-ounce silver American Eagle below spot price. That's right, below what silver is actually trading for right now. And Lear is covering the shipping and taxes.
Here's what you need to know. Priced below spot, Lear is selling this at a loss to get silver in your hands. Limit 1 per person, new customers only. Free shipping, fully insured by Lear. This is a 24-hour offer only.
And just so you understand how rare this is, spot price doesn't include the cost to mint the coin, ship it, or any dealer overhead. Buying at spot is already a deal. Buying below spot almost never happens.
This isn't some obscure bullion piece. The American Eagle is one of the most recognizable and sought-after coins in the world, backed by the U.S. government for weight and purity. 1 ounce of .999 fine silver, IRA eligible, a tangible asset you can hold in your hand.
Go to rushcoinoffer.com right now. This is a 24-hour offer. The URL goes dark after that, and when it's gone, it's gone.
www.rushcoinoffer.com.
So, back to oil and the draft chatter. I still say the price at the pump is the confirmed story tonight.
And the draft rumor is worth tracking. I'm just not panicking about it yet.
Speaking of tracking, Congress actually took a vote on all this.
Oh, they voted, and the numbers are interesting.
Forget the pump price for a second. Let's talk about what Congress actually did with a pen in hand.
The House passed the War Powers Resolution again, 214 to 208. Second time this year they've told him to stand down.
Second time. And CNBC's reporting Trump's basically guaranteed to veto it anyway, so what's the...
The point is, it's non-binding. A concurrent resolution never touches his desk. It's a message, not a chain.
A message 4 Republicans decided to send. Davidson, Fitzpatrick, Barrett, and Massey. I'm calling them the Fantastic Four of failed attempts.
Failed attempts?
They cross the aisle. Headlines happen. Nothing changes. That's the tremor before Jones' aftershock.
The real story might be who didn't show up. Stars and Stripes flagged that Rand Paul and Lisa Murkowski, both previous yes votes on measures like this, were absent for the Senate vote.
Absent? Not no, just gone?
Gone. And the binding version failed 47 to 49. 2 votes. Susan Collins was the lone Republican yes.
2 votes. Paul and Murkowski show up. We're talking about a binding resolution actually reaching his desk.
Which is why the absences matter more than the tally. A no vote is a position, an empty chair is a dodge.
Oh, come on. You skip the vote so nobody pins a label on you.
Or they didn't want their name on a resolution headed straight for a veto.
Either way, non-binding wins the House, binding dies in the Senate, everybody claims they voted their conscience.
Voted or didn't vote. Big difference.
And watching these same faces flip their Article 1 convictions depending on whose name's on the lease?
That's a whole separate show.
Exactly why we're doing it next. Building on that hypocrisy parade, I want to do a bit.
Oh no.
My fellow Americans, today I rise to defend Article 1 of the Constitution, which I personally discovered in 2019 and then mysteriously misplaced somewhere around January 2025.
And the return item gets filed the day the other party wins?
Every single time. Whoever's out of power suddenly remembers we have a legislature. And get this. The Hill reported back in April that Democrats floated invoking the 25th Amendment over Iran strikes.
Right.
Now, Alex Jones, who spent years mocking that exact idea, says it was warranted all along.
The costume closet is very well stocked this year.
That's the bit. Everybody's wearing someone else's principles.
Sure, but I'll push back before you take a victory lap.
Go ahead.
Both sides being hypocrites doesn't make the underlying question fake. Congress still hasn't voted to authorize this war.
I'm not saying the question's fake.
You're implying it, though. Calling it a costume lets everyone off the hook. The theater is real. So is the War Powers Clause.
Fair, the circus doesn't cancel the Constitution.
And laughing at the flip-flopping feels good, but it's a distraction from the actual failure. Nobody's forced an up or down vote that sticks.
Comedy breaks over then.
It has to be, because the next story isn't about floor speeches or hashtags.
No, it's about Americans who didn't get a vote at all.
A base in Jordan. Real casualties. That's where the abstraction ends.
Shifting from satire to Jordan, this isn't hypothetical. American service members were killed at a Jordanian airbase in mid-July. Real people, families getting a knock on the door.
Yeah.
The Christian Science Monitor reported 4 straight days of Iranian strikes on U.S. assets there, the base, then Aqaba's port and airport.
And it didn't stop.
It didn't. Al Jazeera reported a fresh barrage hit U.S. forces in Jordan on July 29th, ending a 5-day pause.
Same day Netanyahu walked into the White House.
Coincidence or message, I'll let you decide. But nobody's saying this out loud. Jordan is a country Congress never debated putting troops in harm's way over. No hearing, no vote, no name read on the floor. The Christian Science Monitor also notes U.S. aid to Jordan hit a record $2 billion this year, while Amman says almost nothing publicly about strikes on its own soil. They're taking our money and eating the missiles quietly. That's the position we've put a partner in. Casualties in a country nobody in that building signed off on. This is exactly the scenario the War Powers Resolution exists for. Somebody's kid isn't coming home, and Congress is still arguing about who gets credit for finding Article 1. So the real question isn't whether Trump broke a rule, it's what actually stops the next strike. That's not a floor speech, that's a casket. Which is exactly why I don't think impeachment is the right fight here. Convince me.
Building on that, let's talk about impeachment itself, because I think Jones is making a category error. Removal needs 2/3 of the Senate. That's not happening. A funded, binding statutory limit cutting off money for further strikes is what Congress can actually pass without removing anyone. That's the real remedy, and it's the one nobody's pushing hard enough.
Keep going.
And here's what I'll give you, because you earned it earlier. When a coalition loses its media wing, it loses its energy. Jones carries real weight with that audience, but losing enthusiasm and losing votes are two different things. Enthusiasm fades quietly. Defection shows up on a roll call.
That's the sharpest distinction anyone's made on this show tonight. Thank you. But flip it around. The 4 defectors didn't wake up brave. Somebody in their district stopped defending this war out loud, and that scared them faster than any floor speech did. When the base goes quiet, members start doing math. And math is the one language this Congress actually speaks. Exactly. And it's not just the House. The Hill reported this week that Senate Republicans are privately warning that confidence in Defense Secretary Hegseth is eroding as this thing drags on. Wait, Hegseth specifically? Specifically. That's not Alex Jones ranting into a microphone. That's members of the president's own party. Which tells you the pressure isn't coming from outside the tent anymore. It's coming from inside it. And that changes everything about how this plays out before November.
It's more expensive.
Zooming out from Jordan, CNBC's framing here is the one that matters. This war's revival lands months before the midterms, right on top of paper-thin majorities.
4 defectors already crossed on that House vote. Watch that number, folks. If it climbs to 8, 10, Speaker's got a real problem, not a headline problem.
And the Senate showed us 47 isn't 49. Whether a binding resolution ever actually gets a floor vote, that's the second thing to track. Right now, it's dying in procedure, not on merits.
Third thing, does anybody else with a microphone follow Alex Jones off that ledge? 1 loyalist breaking is a story. 3 or 4 is a stampede.
I'll believe the stampede when I see it.
Fair.
So what changes my mind? Documented conscription paperwork. Not a rumor, not a maybe. Actual selective service action. Show me that, and I'm marching next to Jones.
Mine's simpler. 10 House Republicans. 10 crossing on a binding resolution before Labor Day. You get there, this majority cracks wide open.
And if neither happens?
Then everybody go back to pretending they care about Article 1 exactly when it's convenient. Same as always.
We'll hold you to the number, Rush.
10 Republicans. Write it down.
So today started with Alex Jones demanding Trump's impeachment, and it ended with us talking about troops in Jordan. Wild ride.
It really was. And credit where it's due, the House passed that second War Powers resolution. 4 Republicans crossed over to get it done.
4 defectors. The Senate couldn't even close the gap.
47 to 49. That's not nothing.
But the number that sticks with me, Americans killed, missiles hitting Aqaba. Congress never voted on putting them there.
Congress never voted on sending them there, and voters deserve to know that before November.
All right, if you like this one, subscribe, leave us 5 stars, and tell a friend who needs to hear it.
New episodes every weekday.
Reagan, always a pleasure arguing with you.
Right back at you, Rush.
To the listener, we'll see you tomorrow.